Cell phones, guns, ammunition, turkeys, and pig hunting. Those were just some of the topics in a day full of controversy in the Alex Murdaugh double murder trial. Davis was in court once again for us today. He is joining us now live in Walterboro, where the day started with a controversial comment made yesterday.
That's right. It did start with that comment. And of course, the end of the day got pretty technical, though, Ben, as we were talking about cell phone aspects to Maggie, Paul, and Alex Murdaugh's cell phones, which could understand exactly where they were and potentially connect back to the killers. But as you said, the day started with the defense trying to fight off Alex Murdaugh's comment just 3 days after the murders.
It was just so bad. They did it so bad. He's such a good boy, too.
Now, the prosecution says Alex Murdaugh said, "I did him so bad." But today, the defense tried to make sure the jury heard their version that they did him so bad instead. They even played the clip you just heard at 1/3 speed to emphasize it all. Then they went back to SLED Special Agent Croft, who was in that interview. Prosecutors asked, defense asked him, if it was I, then why didn't he follow up?
Are you 100% confident that Alex said, "I did him so bad," rather than "they did him so bad"?
I'm 100% confident in what I heard and I interpreted him as saying.
Tell the jury, if you ask Alex Murdaugh on August 11th, 2021, what did you mean back on June 10th when you said, "I did him so bad"?
We didn't make it to that point, sir.
You know, after that, the defense moved on to guns and ammunition. They say the guns taken from the Moselle House gun room just 2 days after the killings could not have fired the fatal shots. They moved on to that ammo found on the property, empty boxes that would fit the .300 Blackout rifle or 12-gauge shotgun used by the gunman, but were made out of lead for turkey shooting, not steel, which was used in the killings.
Did you collect any waterfowl, unfired shotgun, 12-gauge shotgun shells at Moselle on June the 8th?
Not that I'm aware of, sir.
Have you ever collected unfired shotgun shells for waterfowl at Moselle in part of this investigation?
I do not recall collecting any waterfowl shot.
And you know that's what killed Paul Murdaugh.
I do know that it was still shot.
Well, this afternoon, the computer expert got on the stand to try to make prosecutors a big case on exactly what happened the night of those killings. He offered analysis of phone calls that were sent to Maggie from Alex, among other people, including texts as well. Alex called Maggie 3 times in 2 minutes, starting at 9:04 p.m., but then didn't again until 9:45, until after she was already dead. There was also a shift in orientation for that phone, which experts say actually could come from someone picking it up, turning it sideways, and maybe even moving it from there. The phone found on the side of the road away from the property just days after this investigation. So really there's a question on where it was, when it was there, and who may have picked it up. They said someone may have even tried to get a flash to see if they could open it with their own face. We're still finding out exactly how this all will connect back to Alex Murdaugh or any killer. We should get much deeper again tomorrow morning. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3 in Walterboro. Back to you.
Andrew, thank you. And WSAV is on your side with complete coverage of the Murdaugh case online. You can watch the trial live daily on our website. We also have a full timeline of events and previous stories at wsav.com/Murdaugh.